You asked me out, I said no, and then you moved on to my friend. Does that make sense?
Very much so. You don't like me, not me, your friend, though.
Yeah, it just gives like
Why you gatekeeping your friend?
kind of anything.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird to me.
So you want my friend? Like I don't get that. Like there's
So,
other girls.
I wanted you, but you said no. But your friend fine too.
So if homegirl like you and you don't like her, and then you cool with that? Yeah, you are.
Yeah, go, I'm
Men
gonna
are
tell you, knock
just-
it
they
down.
don't
Shit,
care
I don't
about
want
that.
to.
Why am I asking that?
Why
They
you
don't
mad?
give a
Why
fuck.
you mad? Because you don't want me.
I don't really want to date somebody that thought my friend was attractive too. It's like
Stop hanging out with fine friends.
It's just
Y'all
like-
girls be like,
and
oh,
also,
all my bitches are
niggas-
fine. All my friends look good. Don't
Yeah,
get
but-
mad when I think
but-
when your friends look good.
But if it was the same thing, a girl on a date with a guy, it didn't work out, and then she goes to your friend, she's already got a label attached to her,
Not
or
for-
no?
Well, I know in general you are correct,
thank you.
but for me, I don't get to.
I've been thinking, and I've loved hanging out with you, obviously. But I do think that we should just be friends.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Honestly, I've been thinking that too.
Really? You've
Yeah.
been thinking that. You're still like kind of gonna think about our moments together, right? Like it's gonna really hurt you. And because I know I thought what we had was real. I just, you never said that, right? Like I was the one that started this conversation. So
I mean, I feel like there's no romantic or sexual chemistry between us, so...
no romantic or you haven't felt that sexual, really?
No. Since we're friends, let me show you this girl I think is bad.
Wow, we look nothing alike.
Yeah, she fine as hell.
I'm sorry, you said no sexual. You said there's like nothing sexual between us. You're not even like if I do this.
You don't have to do all that. It's real cold. Just
cold,
zip
but-
that back up. You know what friends do? They do
What?
stuff like this.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't wait to do stuff like this to you.
Yeah, okay. You're really doing something
Ouch, don't do that.
Go to therapy. Talk to someone about your traumas and your problems. That is what we really want. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to build a home together, if we're going to create a community, if we're going to raise a family, I need to know that even if we hit rock bottom, you're still going to treat me amazingly. You're still going to love yourself. You're still going to be patient and kind. The true definition of love.
Bullshit. Why do I say bullshit? Because let's be honest, how many women actually do stay with their men when he hits rock bottom? The majority of women would leave because the situation now is very uncomfortable. Matter of fact, do you guys remember the woman who left her husband because he could not pay the bills anymore since he had lost his job? Not only did this woman leave her husband, no, she went to his friend to vent, and then one thing led to another.
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. The bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money and his money is our money. I decided, I can't be with this man no more. So I had text his homeboy. We all cool. I text his homeboy or whatever. We was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with his friend. But things happen. Y'all understand what I'm going through.
But you're the one that's supposed to be still kind, still calm, still collected. Don't yell. Don't be emotional. I mean, I wouldn't...
Like, this makes sense to me. I'm talking to a guy from Raya who just moved to Chicago. We talk about how we love coffee shops. I say my favorite coffee shop. He's out of town. He comes back, I think 3-4 days later into town. The very next morning, he goes to the coffee shop without me to get a coffee. I'm so confused. Didn't you want to ask me on a date there? Why would you just I don't understand. I'm just so confused. Why would you go to my favorite coffee shop without asking me to meet you there? And I even said oh my God, that's so funny. I'm on my way there. I'm going to be there soon. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to leave. And I'm like, man, you confuse me as a species, really, truly.
Well, he probably stopped in there to get a coffee, sent you a little picture to say, hey, I'm, You're sitting, I'm thinking about you, right? Hey, this is kind of what you suggested. I'm taking your suggestion, that sort of thing. Another guy in the comments said, that's a man that has options. That could very well be the case, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm on my way. Da, 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 da. So wait for like 15 minutes, right? Don't know if he could. I know you probably wanted to meet him, but I think he was just sending it to you to say, hey, I took your suggestion, wanted to try it out. Click.
Chief Keef, this is your last chance. Otherwise, I'm gone forever. You have 10 minutes to...
May this kind of love never find me. And I don't want to see a single woman in my comment section saying that this is a joke or this is satire or this is funny, because it's not. Like, y'all get in your feelings and get butthurt when men just like pictures of other girls on Instagram. But you think it's okay for this woman to be at her wedding, about to walk down the aisle and post on the internet for Chief Keef to see and be like, hey, last chance. Nope, not funny at all. And she deserved to be single for the rest of her life. I hope her husband or future husband saw this and dumped her.
Don't get too excited, but I just found the source of the male loneliness epidemic. I was talking to one of my guy friends and I was telling him like how I recently went to Japan and I bought like souvenirs for all my friends and stuff. And I told him how like my boss's kids really like sweets and my boss really likes sweets. So I shipped a box of like Japanese cookies to him and his kids. And he flew in today and he wrote me this like little note from his kids that was just like, dear Anna, thank you for the cookies. They're delicious. Like, hope you have a good day. And it's like written by his kids. It's so cute. And I was like, this is definitely going in my memories box. And he was like, what's a memories box? And I was like, like a memories box. And he was like, you can keep saying it, bitch, but like, it's not making sense to me. And I was like, a box of all the nice things that people have ever written you. Like, this is mine. My sister made me this box. And it's just like a bunch of like things from first dates. Like, this is like, it fell, but that was like a fan from the Pride Parade. Like, like a little individualized like little placemat thing that somebody made me for their birthday dinner that was like, oh, because you like to garden. Like, I don't know, like just a bunch of cute things. And he was like, I don't have one of these. And I was like, you don't have... And he was like, yeah, no one's ever written me anything that I would ever keep and put in a box. And I feel like men are going to comment on this and be like, oh my God, well, these are all love letters from men. And some of them are, but like the majority, like 90% of this box is things that women have given. This box was designed by my sister. Like, she put all these flowers in here and stuff. And so it's like 90% of this box is full of things that other women got me. Why are you guys not getting each other things that show that you like each other? Like, are you guys still like, after like 5 years of friendship, like playing hard to get? Like, you can act like you like each other. Anyways, you can rest now. I solved it.
I mean, that's not really the source, but if that's the way you feel it is, then okay. It's a little bit deeper than that. But I think what he's trying to say is people don't write that type of stuff. Oh, well, only 10% of this box is from first dates. Nothing. Well, y'all don't get each other stuff. Men make memories and they keep the memories in their heads. But as far as people actually getting them stuff, it's rare. Mom, dad, you have Christmas, you have birthday, that stuff. Usually people take men out to dinners if they even remember their birthdays, because their birthdays and stuff like that is not really all that important. It's kind of like when a father is, coming around for Father's Day, it's not really that celebrated versus Mother's Day. And so it's seen as less important. A lot of times fathers are seen as less important. They just are. They're the backbone of everything. I just expect you to be the structure of everything. Think about how many people talk about their foundation on their home. But if the foundation cracks, you're going to have major issues. If that foundation and that roof cracks or is messed up, you got a problem. But how many people actually talk about the roof or, like I said, the foundation? Not a lot of people, because they don't really think of it like that. It's there. So my house, all of the nice stuff is built on. That's what a lot of women talk about. The house and all of the things in it and how beautiful it is. They don't really talk about how solid the foundation is.
Dating in New York is terrible. It's terrible. But you do, if you are smart about it, you will get a free dinner and some free drinks. You stay friends with them, you might find the hotter friend. So you just gotta play smart.
That's true. That's what my
Yeah.
sister always said. She's like, I always go into dates as a friend because what if I like their friend better? And then another thing she said, which was pretty good. If she met a guy on a dating app, she stopped like going on an official date. She'd be like, you can come hang with us. We're all going to this place tonight with her friend group. That way it's more casual. She has to see if she even likes them. It makes them realize she's not taking them so seriously. So then they're like, oh, I gotta like prove myself.
I feel like this is a very bad strategy because even just thinking about myself as a queer woman, if I matched with a woman on a dating app and then she invited me out with a group, maybe I was with one of my friends and then we went to go meet them, maybe I bought her a couple of drinks and we were hanging out and then she started hitting on one of my close friends, I would not be too happy about that. I'm not a big fan of this idea that we should just use people and sort of extract things from them while holding out for a better offer. And I'm not saying that there aren't men and women who do the same, but this whole notion of like dating in New York sucks, but you could get XYZ, and it's kind of like, do you not see that you're kind of contributing to why a lot of other people also feel like dating sucks? I understand that there are some situations where you might be at a social event and maybe you're in a group, maybe you initially found this one person attractive, but then they just ended up hitting it off with your friend more, and that happens. You know, situations like that happen, but I do think it's a little crazy, like, to match with somebody from a dating app and then for them to be like, maybe I might be attracted to you, but I also want you to bring some friends just so I can decide if I find one of your friends hotter. That is insane. And if that was a man coming on and saying that he did that, do you know how many women would be in the comments blasting him? Being like, this is what's wrong with men. Listen, call me a pick-me, call me whatever you want. I am an equal opportunity critiquer in this regard. I just do not think this is a good strategy. And I'd also be very curious to know if any of these tips actually worked for finding any of the women a long-term relationship, because yeah, I think it probably is true that if somebody invited you out into a group and found, you know, the friend hotter, the friend might, you know, hook up with you or something. But the fact that you matched with their friend on a dating app and then immediately just pivoted to them when you found them hotter, I think a lot of people would look at that situation and be like, I don't want to be in the position that you would leave me if you saw somebody at the bar who was hotter. You might not think that they're thinking that, but a lot of times people do really think about that type of stuff. But all of this is just my maybe highly unpopular opinion, so let me know what you guys think. Bye.
You feel like it's a bad strategy because it is. And you're seeing what men see. Most modern women don't know how to date. They don't know what the heck they're doing.
I've been seeing a lot of discourse recently about like, oh, are women and men equal? Are women and men equal? Of course we're not equal. Of course women and men are not equal. 2 hours ago, I ordered a DoorDash grocery order. Okay? Guess who I got? Spoiler alert, a man. I got a man. How did you know it was a man? Yeah, because I said 2 hours. He's been there for 2 hours. 12 items, 2 hours. I repeat, 12 items, 2 hours. What was the first thing he got, you ask, in those 2 hours in the grocery store? The dairy. Great. Just what I wanted. I really, really, really love spoiled milk. It's just, it tastes better. And then, you know what's better than spoiled milk? Rotten chicken. You guessed it. He went to the chicken aisle next. And now, what is he looking for right now as we speak? 2 hours later, the shelf-stable stuff. Yeah, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Like, of course we're not equal. We're better at everything. Literally everything. There is not a thought in their minds, ever. Just stop arguing with them. They're wrong. They're just so wrong. We're not even equal. We're just better in every way.
So basically, instead of going out and doing it yourself, you're on your phone right now talking about how terrible men are, when you could have spent that time that you're going to be on your phone in that store getting your own stuff so you can make sure that you were doing it right. What a loser.
Why men always want us to build something with them?
Build with the man!
Can it just come when everything is already built? Like an angel, enlighten your life with my amazing karaoke skills. Why does it always have to be some kind of housework, sexual service after long day at work, with no profits, by the way? I don't get anything because we're building together. I have a better idea. You build yourself, I build myself. And while you're building, I move in with a man who's already built.
You're not going to hurt my feelings. You don't take none of my money. You don't get to share in any other such stuff that I build. So yeah, you're not hurting my feelings. You want to talk like a loser? Be a loser on your own.
Much money so that they can buy handbags, designer handbags, trips. That's all amazing. But the real reason that women are so motivated to get money is because most of them have seen a woman in their life that has been controlled and not been able to leave situations and rooms that she's not being respected in because she doesn't have the financial freedom to do so.
This is exactly my point. When I'm making the videos that I'm always making about why I don't think you guys should be in Mr. Provider relationship, these girls that flex being with a guy that provides this and she does absolutely nothing. She just gets her matcha and goes to Pilates. I understand that that might feel great for a few years, but that's the sentiment. Me, I've seen that. And then I really do lack a lot of empathy when those same girls that were extremely arrogant, extremely cocky during that time, they get the harsh reality of what happens if you don't go and figure out a way to make a sustainable amount of money. And because a lot of these women too were very accustomed to a very specific lifestyle by this guy, even if they do have a job where they make some money, it's not enough to go and get that same lifestyle that they have with this guy. So they end up getting trapped in their relationship because they don't even really like their partner that much, but they also don't know what to do on their own. So the girl is absolutely right. I would highly recommend going and figuring out a way to make your own money so you can come into your relationship clear-headed, so you actually know, do I like this person, or is my life just significantly easier and more interesting now that this guy who makes quadruple my income has come in? But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
I made a TikTok about how a woman was literally surrounded by a bunch of grown men on an airplane, and she needed help with getting a man's carry on off, and none of the men even fucking blinked an eye to help her. And she was like, okay, fuck off. What the fuck? I have four grown men here. I'm sick of being the man, blah, blah, blah. She popped off. I was like, good for you, you know? And men are in the comments being like, you guys wanted equality. You guys want equality. Oh my God, if you are one of the men that are saying that, then you are the fucking issue. You are a waste of space. Your mother coddled you too much and you have no manners. Okay? Because that's not equality. That is literally just being nice. Having manners. Being raised right. Because if I was in the aisle seat and I had a direct line to that bag and this man is coming through multiple rows from the front to try to get his bag in the back, yeah, I'm going to be like, oh, let me grab that for you. I'm a fucking tall 6'4" man. All I got to do is this. Boom, boom. Woman is 5'2". Y'all are like, you guys want equality. No, you're just being rude and you have no fucking manners and you need to shut the fuck up. If you're in my comments saying that, then get a life, get a textbook, read how to be a good fucking human and stop wasting space on this fucking earth. Okay.
You know your dog sitting back there on the bed looking at you, just talking silly. You know that, right?
I know for a fact that I can get any woman. Can I get a little twirl?
No, fuck off. Are you joking? Twirl, mate. Pop your balloon. Who do you think you are telling me to twirl, mate? Twirl for me. Turn around and twirl, bitch. Oh my God, Get out of here. Pop your balloon. Get out of my face. Get.
Something needs to be studied. Tell me I'm lying right now. Have you noticed that the people who aren't that good looking will always say, I'm fucking hot as fuck. Every woman wants to suck this shit. Or you ever meet a guy that will be like, oh, hey, and a girl will tell him good morning. He'll be like, oh, she wants this dick. Mind you, she just said good morning. Or the women who are built like hyenas or built like a water bottle will always go body better than Beyonce. And then they're the worst Mark Henry looking female. Why is it the beast always think they're hot and then the people who are actually hot always do this? Oh no, I'm not that pretty. Thank you though. Or no, I'm not all that. Mind you, there were fucking 10. What is in the air? I think that people hype people up too much to think this. And I also think subconsciously you do it to yourself. There's nothing wrong with being confident. I love a confident person, but let's not be delusional. Y'all, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a 20, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a 2 either. I think I'm a high 6. I'd rather carry myself with, a great demeanor. I'd rather carry myself with charm. I'd rather be humorous. I'd rather be the type of person to make people safe and comfortable so that way my charismatic personality comes through my looks. I don't think that you should only focus solely on looks because look what happens. Telling a woman to give you a twirl when you don't even know her. Why is that? Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? I'm sorry, but the way women are nowadays when they don't really like men and stuff like that, what would make you think that this was the best thing to say? This is the worst pickup line. If a guy told me to twirl when I don't like to be touched, I would have been repulsed as well too, whether you looked good or not. Men, understand where you rank at in the levels of, hotness. So that way you know what to work on. I'm not saying this to be mean, y'all. I'm just being honest. I hate when I make videos and it's like you guys want me to lie. So if you know where you rank at in, the dating game or your hotness, you're going to know what you can work on, what you can fix, and what you can get better at. If I think I'm a solid 20 and I'm the hottest person on earth, doesn't that make me not better anything about myself? Doesn't that make me go, oh, I'm single by choice because nobody can handle this? And then you wonder why you're single, because there's nothing you can work on. So this guy probably thought, let me get muscles and it's going to get the women. No, it's not. Muscles might get you in the door, but they're not going to keep a woman, because when a woman sees you have muscles, yes, it's attractive. Yes, women might treat you different, but okay, now you can't keep her because you're not funny. Now you can't keep her because your finances aren't together. Now you can't keep her because you don't make her feel safe. Now you can't keep her because you can't hold a conversation. You get where I'm getting at? Exactly. Just do better. Let's not be so fucking full of ourselves to where we think everybody wants to suck our shit dry. Have a good day.
Listen, man, you got to be humble, my brother. Confidence, I get it. But you got to be humble. At some point in time, you have to pipe all that down.
The funny thing about girls is you can be their exact type, head to toe, right? Tall, handsome, smell good, got a good fit on, everything, the whole package, and they still won't approach you. They won't approach you. I've never met a woman that's like mentally stable that approaches guys. Like, there's no such thing, right? A lot of women are scared of rejection. We all know this, right? Men too are scared of rejection as well. It's not just women. But I've never heard of a woman approaching her type. Like, do you know how many times her type has probably like walked past by her and she hasn't said anything? Just acts like he's not there. Like, that's her acting like he's not there. That's her way of flirting, I guess. Or I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy. But can you imagine how many times their type has walked past them and they haven't said a word? Just acknowledge the person. Damn, he's fine. And kept it pushing. That could have been your soulmate. But I don't expect women to approach.
No, they'll do it. They'll do it if they like the man enough. They'll do it. They'll be in his inbox. They'll drop a napkin. They'll get creative. They'll send somebody over there to talk to him and get them to look her way. When they like a man, they'll get real creative with it. And they'll figure out how to get that man's attention before he walks out of there. Or she walks out of there.
If it's in a man's nature to protect and provide, then why are men the single greatest threat to women and children? If it's in a man's nature to provide, then why are there more single mothers than single fathers? And if it's in a man's nature to protect, then why are 90% of intimate partner homicides committed by men? And these dumbass dating coaches will get on here and they'll say stuff like, men are naturally hunters. It's in their nature to protect and provide. Can you show me a single fucking statistic that proves that? Like, who are they protecting and providing for? Because usually, statistically, they are the people you are protecting yourselves from.
They trying to get the people out. That's my son that just hopped up there. Hop up there, son. Get them out. 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 Get them, son. Get them out, son. Oh, it's starting to fire. It's about to be on fire. Please get her out. Get them out, Lord. It's a baby? Oh, Lord. Get that baby out. Oh, Jesus. My son. Son, get him out. Get him out, son. Get him out, son. Get her out. Get her out. I gotta go help. I gotta go. Ooh, get the baby. Get the baby. Get the baby. Get her out. Get them out. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Have mercy, God. Have mercy, Lord. Get her out. Get her out. Get her out. Move, lady. Don't get away from the car in case it starts. Lord, watch over my children. Watch over my son. Watch over these people right now, Jesus. Watch over them, God. Watch over them, Lord. Have mercy, Jesus. Oh, Oh, Lord. Have mercy, God. Have mercy. Get her out, 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 get her out. Get them out. Can they get her out? Get her out. Get her, get her, get her. Get her, get her, get her. Get her out, get her out. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Is there anybody else in there? Somebody else in there too? Oh, Lord. I know somebody done called 911. Please, Jesus. Whew. Hallelujah, God. Thank you. Whew. Lord have mercy. Thank you, son. Jesus.
And they say that men don't protect and provide. And they say that men don't protect and provide. Interesting. You know, I had some statistics prepared. I really did. But, you know, in situations like this, words just seem to ring hollow.
95% of men don't like celebrating Valentine's Day. And the 5% that do, they do it because they feel obligated. Let's keep it all the way a buck, man. You can lie to her, but don't lie to yourself, King. See, I don't support the holiday because it's just another marketing tool to get broke people to spend money they don't have for people they don't love that they cheat on every chance they get. Let's keep it all the way 1,000, man. This year, we putting down the lies and we picking up the truth. Now, ain't nothing wrong with celebrating love, but that should be celebrated every day. Every time he paid your bills, that's a celebration of love. Every time he took you on a dinner or on a trip somewhere out of the country, that's a celebration of love. February 14th is just another day, just like every other day, you dig? So don't get in your feelings if you don't get you no roses. This year just started, he trying to get in this groove. So every dollar you make, reinvest your money, she can wait. Spend your money on things you really need, not temporary wants. Every dollar counts. Plus, it's low-key a recession. Instead of counting roses, you need to count your blessings. Cheers. Pick up a copy of my new book, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers.
No one tells men. In this modern era, your job between the age of 20 and 30 is not marriage and it's not a family. It's becoming a man. That decade is for skill, strength, failure, mentors, discipline, perspective, and resources. Take yourself seriously, because when you're 20, you have no leverage, no options. When you're 30 and you've put 10 brutal years into yourself, you're now in a position of power. You now have far more choices for the most important partner you will ever choose in this life. And more importantly, you'll know yourself and you'll respect yourself. And interestingly enough, the data shows the strongest marriages for men happen between the ages of 30 and 32. They're called the Goldilocks years. So don't hate women, don't resent them, observe them. Watch what they respond to, and then execute better, with discipline, not bitterness. Become a man, because God made you to be a man first. And until you are good at being a man, you will never be good at anything else.
A lot of men think that they can love their woman into softness. Like, oh, if I'm just compassionate, understanding, and soft enough, that will let her melt into her own femininity. She'll finally feel safe to do it. Wrong. That's backwards logic. Just like if you take away the struggle from a man, he won't develop his masculinity. Let that man struggle. Let that woman feel her feelings, even if it means hurting her feelings sometimes. Because your avoidance of hurting her feelings, which is why you don't want to tell her the truth, is exactly why things stay the same. Her feeling her feelings is not a bad thing. Her crying is not a bad thing. Not always, not with this particular type of woman. When she's crying, she's softening, she is releasing, she is owning her emotion. But when she's not owning her emotion, that's when she externalizes it with all these insane reactions and control issues. She's making you feel what she refuses to feel. Bad, not enough, small. Those things that you're feeling are actually hers. You're taking them on because you refuse to allow her to take responsibility for her own emotions. And so if micromanaging is her way of interfering in your process, avoiding the truth is your way of interfering hers. Not being direct with her is how you are interfering with her process. Allow her to get in touch with her femininity. All you have to do is be straight up. Even if you're afraid of being aggressive, your aggression will not hurt her. She is built for confrontation. She is built for attacks. She is built to challenge you. You'll get into a fight, but you're not going to hurt her feelings. She's just going to be pissed. And so let that be a permission slip for you to be able to practice masculinity so that you can feel safer in speaking your truth because you deserve it. You deserve to speak your truth. Making yourself small, that's not what she needs. That's not what's going to make her feel safe. Masculine strength is what's going to make her feel safe.
Her feeling her feelings and destroying stuff is the issue. That's the issue. Her destroying things, her lashing out at me like I did something wrong is the problem. Her hitting below the belt is the problem.
This careless and quite frankly crass attitude that Black women in general have about being the most single and the most overweight is, in my opinion, more alarming than the stats themselves. Who gives a F? You should give an F. And I'm going to give you one reason why, among many, which I will be reporting on shortly. One big reason has to do with money and the life that will go on as you age. Black women, single, college educated, at age 60 and older, carry a median wealth of $11,000. In contrast to Black married women, $424,000. White unmarried women, $384,000. That's how the stats were laid out, y'all. So what does this mean? Simply put, it means you will age poor. You are not going to have any money. So the life that will go on is going to be rougher than you think, and more people are going to be crying than you'll admit.
Most Black households, in order for the man to be able to stay in the house and halfway raise his kids, he has to be the bitch in the house because she wants to run everything. It's unreal. A lot of these women having multiple kids from multiple men, and they're raising these men to be emotional. But you're seeing these emotional killings. You got emotional guys raising emotional guys, joining emotional gangs, thinking like women, and they don't even know it.
I'm not speaking English.
Okay, let's put the kickstand down and step off the bike, please.
Why?
Because I'm asking you to.
Huh?
Because I'm asking you to. I'm asking you to step off the bike, please. Please step off the bike. Do you have an ID?
No.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Do you have a motorcycle endorsement?
The motorcycle no. Dile a Yuyo que venga acá. Mi licencia de driver, no motorcycle. Ay, esto va a ser un drama ahora. La madre que los parió.
Okay, hey. You guys need to leave.
No, ella es la que me va a traducir. No.
She needs to leave.
No.
Yes.
I'm not speaking English, so.
They are not involved in this.
So.
What's your
No quiere
last
que nadie
name?
se me acerque y me mandó a bajar como si yo fuera una delincuente.
What's your last name?
Yo no sé. Como si yo fuera una delincuente que estuviera por ahí tirando tiros.
May 15th, 2010. Male unknown. Break per second.
¿Ya ni vete ya? Sí, me mandó a bajar. No. Me quitó la llave. Quitó la llave.
Back off. Back off. Let me see your hand. Back off. Back off. Get back.
Eso está legal.
Get back.
Eso está legal.
Get back.
Eso está legal.
Get back. Get
Eso está legal.
back.
Ahí tiene el título de la motora.
Get back.
Eso está legal, loco. Eso está legal, loco.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Está legal, loco.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
A mí tú no me puedes arrestar.
Put your
loco.
hands.
No me toques, loco.
Stop.
No me toques, loco.
Stop.
No me toques.
Stop.
No me toques, loco. No me toques.
Stop.
No me toques, ¿por qué? Dime por qué, dime por qué.
Get down.
No le des.
Back up.
No le des. No le des.
Back up. Get back up. Back up right now. We need more help over here. Do not hit me. Do not hit me. Stop. Back up. Stay back. Back up. Rachel, take it back. Back up. Stop. She's in custody for battery to law enforcement.
So basically, the woman got mad because she felt like they were treating her like a delinquent. That's essentially what she's saying. When they came over, she said, I don't speak English. And so I'm guessing, they're coming over to say, hey, I can translate, which honestly and truly, you don't need a group of people. That's what's getting the officer alarmed. You have like 3 or 4 people come over there instead of having one just come over. All right. So they come over there. Officers say, hey, back up. Well, I'm going to translate. They're going to translate for me. Well, he don't understand. Right. One say, oh, no, she doesn't speak a lot of English. So can I translate? Do you mind? There's a certain way in these situations. Now, I understand that some officers can go off and be acting crazy, but there's a certain way to handle these things. Y'all coming up and crowding the officers like that turns the situation into something that's potentially hostile, which it got, right? So you hollering and screaming, hey, I got papers, this, and this. Nobody speaking English. And you decide you're going to press the issue. The man says, get back. You understand him pointing. You understand that? You understand body language. He's telling you to get back, get back, get back. You understand that. You can back up and say, I got my papers. I got whatever you need, right? The person, here's how it should have been handled. One person come up, say they're going to translate. All right. Hey, do you mind if I translate? Okay, go ahead. So, hey, you got the papers. I need the papers right now. He's got the papers. Is it okay if he gives me the papers and I give them to you? Is that all right? You need to move slow so the officers understand what you're doing. You need to move slow so they can see everything. They're not necessarily in the environment that they're used to or comfortable with, even though they might patrol the area. They don't know what's going on. They're just trying to get control of the environment. So you walking up on the officer like that, talking in Spanish is not going to help the situation. You got to come a little bit better than that. And then you decide you're going to jump all over the officer. Like, I don't know who told you to do that. You don't need any English speaking classes to understand that you can't do that. And now what it looks like is she just got arrested for battery to law enforcement because you didn't handle the situation correctly.
I think that men are very useful. I would never say they're not, but I've been robbed at gunpoint in my home and I could sleep peacefully at night and not be scared. I don't give a damn. Like, women are sleeping good and women are chilling. Like, it's not as bad as you think. And there's moments where you could feel like, okay, I don't want to take out the trash. But there's also like, I'll get a housekeeper. There's little things. I'll hire a task rabbit. Like, it's not enough on a daily basis for a woman to be so desperate in their 40s to want a man. I just don't think it is. Like, I'm not in my 40s and single, so I don't know. But from the people I know and the people I like, it's like that. Like, even my best friend who's about to be 40 and she is getting married now, but even I remember she was like, I do not want to date. Like, I am cool. I have to force myself to date again because it's like, okay, maybe I will try one more time. But like, it wasn't like I'm desperate with every man that comes. Like, no, she met one man and he's her fiance now. Like, it's not that hard to get with a man and get married to him, it's not the hardest thing to do. Like, if you really wanted that, you can do it. There's plenty of men who will do that. And especially if you look good or have a little body or have a little ass or something, you really could get it. Like, it's not that deep. Men think that women cannot get man, or they're so desperate to be with a man, and it's really not like that. And I hate that narrative because it blows me. Like, it's women, like, I talk to women daily. It is not like that.
No, men are saying that y'all are passing up on the men that are actually in your league. You're passing up on the man that is actually for you. Men know that you can get married anytime that you want. Men know that you can find a man. That's what they're trying to tell you. Well, there are no good men out here. There are no men that suit my needs or meet my standards. No, there are plenty of men out here that suit your needs and meet your standards. But y'all are going for a specific type of man that is not looking for you.
Why is your woman always in a bad mood? You know why? Because you are her second choice. Just keeping it real.
So you know what I'm starting to realize? I'm starting to realize that there's a trend where there are baby mothers talking about how they are the ones that left their baby father and they're the ones that does not want their baby fathers. But then when we really start getting the real story, we start to then realize that no, the baby father actually does not want them, whether they decided to be with another woman or whether they decided to just leave them for their peace. Because the reality of it is that this man procreated with you, and again, we are going to hold women accountable, because just like you guys scream my body, my choice, the same thing goes for pregnancy. You're the one that controls pregnancy. You're the one that controls if you are going to have a baby or not, right? So the man procreated with you. Then all of a sudden he realized that not only does he not want to be with you, but you are definitely not wife material. You are a headache. You're combative. You don't bring him peace. You're very, very masculine. You're not feminine, right? And so then he decided, you know what? This isn't even worth the try. I will take care of my responsibility as a man, because black women are always trying to make it seem like black men don't take care of their kids, but the stats actually say otherwise. They're actually the most involved in their kids' life from other races. So in reality, the real truth of the matter is that he actually left you. And 9 times out of 10, he probably left you and got with another woman that is more aligned with him. Because yes, women need to learn about alignment. Alignment is very, very important when it comes to a man's visions, goals, and aspirations. And the reality of it is that just because a man procreates with you does not mean that he's going to make you his wife. This is why Kevin Samuel said time and time again, marry before you carry. This is why you need to get married first. But a lot of women, especially black women, decide to just settle to be the baby mom because they don't have any type of wife characteristics. And instead of changing their ways before it's too late and those mid to late 30s start to rise, they decide to stay stuck in their same ways, keep on procreating and creating broken households, and then they sit back in their 40s and 50s and wonder why it never worked out for them. It's because of you, love. I need us to start seeing the writing on the wall.
The only way we're going to be able to get the real yearners back is if we start having fun.
Can confirm. Last year, I met a man and I was serious about finding my husband. This man pursued me feverishly. I ended up going to a concert with one of my best friends. It was quite a trip, if you catch my drift. Kaytranada, ATL, Justice, Fire. This man shows up to this concert to pick me up because transportation home got a little wonky. Shows up. He's in the car, sweating, listening to anxiety relief binaural frequencies, crashing out, wondering, how are you having fun without me, ma'am? So when she says, in order to get the yearners back, we need to be outside having fun, couldn't be more true. Testimony. 2 months later, I had a ring on my finger. Okay, get outside, go have some fun.
Woman in the comments said, or hear me out, close your legs. Exactly. Another guy in the comments said, not the best advice. Results may vary. Yeah, they will.
So if I get angry with my daughter and I have a temper, she will check me because I dealt with the situation in a way that shouldn't have been dealt with.
But your daughter can check you?
She will say that. I teach her to say, like, if you feel like mommy was being real mean, raised my voice, had a temper.
It makes sense. The father isn't in the home, right?
No, not.
And this is why it's very detrimental to kids when they are being raised by single moms, because why does a child have authority over the mom? That's nonsensical. The child at a very young age should not have any authority over the parents, because those are the years where they need mental development, physical development. They don't need to be the parent in the home. They need a parent. In a two-parent household, if the child isn't listening to the mother, the father steps into place and then corrects the child.
Right, yeah.
And then also corrects the child and say, hey, don't speak to your mother that way, or I'm going to whoop you. No more PlayStation. No going out with your friends. It's going to be some type of disciplinarian action that takes place. But basically, y'all swapped. You started playing the child's role, and the child started playing the parent's role. And that's what leads to the destruction of the youth. This is how children end up having a problem with authority, because in their younger ages, they are playing the authority role. So then they get pulled over by a cop. They're talking back to the cop, not listening. Now they're in handcuffs and they're in jail because they didn't comply and get their driver's license, because they felt like, well, I don't even listen to my mom. I got to correct my mom. What makes you think that I'm going to listen to you? You're not my mother.
Ladies, y'all know how y'all quick to call a nigga poor or broke because he won't do something for y'all? That's equivalent to your poor broke ass asking for hair money, nail money, gas money, lunch money. Those things is things that you should already have, bitch. You should already come well kept. That's poor bum bitch activity. Bitches with motion don't ask for small shit. They ask for big shit. They ask for investments. They ask for bills to be paid. They ask for shit that they can't do for themselves. Your maintenance is something that you're supposed to take care of. That is self-care.